Alrighty, we are trying to run this tower builder for the first time. Not quite. So I'm not so I think they're all there actually. They're probably just on top of each other. So you'd go, what I'm doing is I've got an array of game objects which are the outer walls, which are all just going to be the same for now, and an array of game objects which can make up the rooms, which at the moment are the entire floor, but they'll be like smaller things. So the room, and then there's the room height, which is 8 because that's the height of the wall, and we're going to jump up 10 stories and we start off at 0, but I'm not incrementing the stories. So that was only getting called once. Okay, and then okay, it's all going to work now. It's all going to work. It's all going to work. Here we go. Alright. Right, so we've got okay, I'm seeing through the bottom of the floor, but the concept is there is a 10 level tower, so I need to place like lights on the walls and start to break things up a bit, but basically the concept is there. So player starts off here. So I've also got in control set up with the controls, so I can shoot, move around. Might need to fiddle a bit more with that, but that's good. Now, like 8 pieces of floor on each room, with one room being the entire floor. I've flipped these so there's a bottom of them as well, and then I've put a script on it that has a chance of destroying itself with 40% chance to make gaps in each floor. So let's see what happens. Okay. So you can get up on the floor. You know, basic. Alright, so I'm building now rooms out of quadrants instead of all one floor. So here's an example. The floors themselves still have a chance to be destroyed when they're spawned. I've got some enemies here. The health kit is only a 40% chance of staying there. There's these side walls which may or may not be there based on chance of destroy, and these lights as well may or may not be there, and they're parented to those, so the light won't be there if the wall's not there, and the walls are actually parented to the floor, so if the floor is not there, the wall won't be there either. Still got to write up the code for that now. So I've made the code now. It's got 2 more for loops for placing rooms inside each floor, and there's 2 rows and 2 columns. So I've got for a Z loop for the number of columns. Inside that I've got the rows, and for each one I instantiate a room, whatever rooms I've got, which I've just got 2 different ones at the moment. Z uses the columns to place it, X uses the rows to place it, and this uses the floor to put it up this way. Probably won't work. Never does. Let's try it. Look at this idiot falling over. What you doing, mate? Aren't you a nerve mesh agent? What are you doing? Alright, so I think my issue was that I was trying to apply the navmesh source tag at runtime because the code I was using it from worked that way. But this one I think needs to, I'll just do it on the prefabs. So let's go add navmesh source tag to the floors. Let's do it to room 1. Great. Source tag. Let's just see. One step at a time, one step at a time. Oh, that's looking good. we go. Neverable. Neverable. You're going to stay upright now that you've got your nav mesh. Need some more lights. Alright, so I've tweaked these to be less likely to be destroyed and the walls to be less likely to be destroyed. Your shotgun would be cool, so you could really blow it. Those guys probably should. They fall down there. Cool, working better. The floor, let's just have a bit less chance of deleting. Let's make it 25. This one can be 25 as well. Problem is you'd never want there to be definitely no way to get up to the next floor. That would be bad, which could happen really with any number. Worst case, 25, 25. Let's try that. So there should be more lights, more walls, more floors, less gaps between levels. Huh, why isn't there one down here? What? What have my percentages the wrong way around? I've got my numbers the wrong way. Let's do that now, because surely that's what it is. Chance of destroy. This should be less than, I guess. I'm not even going to think about it. Let's let it compile and tell me. Alright. Yes, now we're in business. These lights are cool. It's looking better already. It's looking like a level. Probably need the guys to be able to jump across these. That would be cool. Baddies. Cool. It's looking pretty good. I wonder whether the good answer is to be able to like blow up a wall. I can maybe get through here. I was nearly free. That's pretty cool. Can considering it's only rough. I should low pass filter audio if it's blocked by a raycast, at least even if it's just one check when it's first made. Could be cool to be able to zoom so you can sort of scope out. It's kind of cool to fill in these gaps a little bit in places so that it's not just like these situations. I'll fix these stupid angles. These sort of situations are a bit dumb. Now, is this a completely sealed roof? So this ray check thing is stupid. Fix that. Okay, so this is a situation where I can't get out. I was also thinking it could be cool if you went around the outside of the building sometimes, like the other ways in and out. Good start though. Could have internal walls have health. And of course we can also just guarantee that one room is one that goes through, at least one on each floor. That way it doesn't really matter about this particular problem. Alrighty. Okay, so I've got the basic tower generation happening, room placement. Good. Alright, on we go.